Ladies and gentlemen, this about to get doom and gloom real quick because now there's a new study that just came out, and yeah, check this out. My goodness, man, this is AI making a video about AI robots, or how AI robots gonna be looking like. Yeah, make no mistake, we're gonna be having this in the coming years. You don't have to like the video, you don't have to subscribe, but definitely share this video because apparently a study came out from MIT that says that Americans need to get ready. Check this out.
AI is no longer an abstract threat. It's causing job loss right now, and the headlines, they tell the story. The Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, on Wednesday released a study that found that artificial intelligence can already replace 11.7% of the U.S. labor market, or as much as 1.2 trillion in wages across finance, healthcare, and professional services.
Right.
The New York Times recently reported that Amazon is on the cusp of replacing what would be 600,000 warehouse jobs with robots.
Amazon plans to replace more than 500,000 jobs with robots. Yeah, and I actually done a little bit of research, pulled one of this video out, and there's like tons of other videos as well, right? Yeah, look at that, man. Just got a nice, friendly robot. You know, not complaining, not thinking about taking a day off because he wanted to take his boo out on a dinner date or something like that, right? Yeah, so no more taking offs, never gonna get tired, not asking for money or anything like that. And we've seen like Microsoft fire so many devs. I'm talking about like in their gaming studios as well. So they fired a lot of devs, a lot of employees, and Amazon fired so many people. Some thought that it was because of the Rona, because, you know, they hired so many people and now they're just trimming the fat. But guys, it's bigger. It's way bigger than that. And I got a clip that I want to share with you in just a second here. Okay, just wait for that. But let's get back to this one.
And plans to automate 75% of its operations. CNBC reporting that Salesforce, Walmart, Paramount, UPS, YouTube, and Meta have all announced new rounds of layoffs attributable to AI, with nearly 1 million job cuts nationwide this year. That's the job loss that we can measure. Now consider what some are predicting about the future. Goldman Sachs estimating that 6 to 7% of the U.S. workforce could be displaced due to AI adoption. They do note, however, that the impact may only be transitory because new opportunities created by AI might ultimately put people to work in other capacities. A report by the McKinsey Global Institute.
Yeah, people would need to adapt and learn different skills. Surely, like, a lot of people are gonna lose their jobs because of AI, but it's also gonna make more jobs. But the issue would be for, let's just say, folks that don't want to learn something new, and older folks that don't want to or don't have the ability to learn, because we're talking humans out here, we're talking human beings. It's not that like you wake up tomorrow with a new skill. Sometimes it takes years, depending on the job and depending on what you want to do. It takes years to learn new skills, sometimes months, sometimes few weeks. It's not like you're gonna wake up tomorrow and magically have a new skill at hands, right? Like, it doesn't work like that. But okay, boo, let's find out what you're looking to do.
Finding that AI could displace 40% of American jobs due to automation by 2030. That analysis found that robots and AI agents could automate more than half of U.S. work hours, both manual and cognitive, using technology that's available today if companies redesigned how they'll do things in the future. The World Economic Forum projecting that 92 million jobs worldwide may be displaced by 2030. Ford's CEO saying that AI could replace half of all white-collar workers there. NYU professor Scott Galloway predicting that AI will hit middle management first, noting that 6% dropped in managers at public companies since 2020.
Yeah, man, the future is looking dark, man. It's looking bad, especially like if you're somebody that's in America, in Canada, like me, or any of the Western countries. I think the second world countries, the third world countries, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just mean that, you know, the countries that are adopting all of this AI technology, they're gonna be, yeah, the citizens of these countries are gonna be the first to suffer, because the other countries, yeah, it's gonna take time, or perhaps, you know, the way AI is advancing, maybe those other countries gonna be like, yeah, whatever, bro, like, let's actually buy all that crap and let's install AI everywhere. But then people are gonna be out on the streets. And speaking of just that, I want to share this clip, because in this one you have the homie Emad Mostaque. Okay, hopefully I'm not butchering his name. The stuff that he said in this clip, bro, that's brutal. And he's talking from experience. He's 42 years old. He's a British Bangladeshi businessman, mathematician, and former hedge fund manager. So he has experience with money. he also got experience with AI because he was the co-founder and was the CEO of Stability AI until March 2024. Just wait for this clip, man. He says that more Charlie Kirk-like events are probably gonna happen in the future, and that's why they're building the bunkers. Oh, shit. Yeah, wait for that clip. That was just the teaser. And really quickly, I gotta take a second to shout out all of you guys out there, especially the homie Jims and Alma Coffee for becoming brand new members on the channel, and all of you guys out there for being members on the channel, man. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel the way you do, even when you know you don't have to. Liking the video, subscribing, tipping, super thanks and all that. Katie, Michael says, Uncle Donnie about to go postal, you rock. The homie Cody, 2 Codys, but I'm the one. Love you, bruv. Appreciate the shoutouts. My mates are like, he talking about you. Yeah, I'm on YouTube way too much. And the homie Sean says, you want to see an alien baddie? Just go to an unpopulated area and look at the night sky. You will see some. Yo, thanks for the great yeah, thank you guys so much for all the love and the way you support the channel and all that. Appreciate it. Alright, let's get back to this one here, and just wait for this clip, alright? I know I'm teasing you, but it's I've seen it and it's quite something.
Too. So here we are, AI eliminating jobs, more automation coming. If millions of people lose work, how will they support themselves?
Yeah.
This is where an idea from the 2020 presidential campaign returns to the conversation. Universal Basic Income, or UBI. The concept, pretty straightforward. Every American adult would receive a set check each month. For Cook County, Illinois, which includes Chicago, this concept just became reality. The Cook County Board of Commissioners unanimously approved its 2026 budget proposal just this month. It includes $7.5 million for a guaranteed basic income program. Commissioners approved it after the success of a pilot program, where the county provided $500 a month to 3,200 households over.
Just 500? Just 500? What are we gonna buy with 500, bro? What are we gonna buy for 500? I'm sorry, sometimes I do get loud. But I'm passionate about this, right? What are people gonna buy for 500? Dog, like, that's not even rent. That's not even half the rent. Maybe that's half the rent, depending on where you are. I'm not sure where you live. Let me know what city you're in. But here, I'm in Montreal, right? It's not even half the rent no more, bro. Rent's like shooting up, 1,500. There goes the light. There goes living in poverty out here, man. You see, you just saw firsthand. Even my light went out, bro. Even my light went out, dog. Yeah, living in poverty out here, damn it. You know, so yeah, 500, that's not even half the rent, bro. That light that went down there, proof. That's proof. The electricity costs, man, the bills. How are people gonna support themselves?
For 2 years, survey findings based on that pilot revealed that 94% of the program recipients used the funds to address financial emergencies. 75% reported feeling more financially secure. 70% said that the program had a positive impact on mental health. Of course, there's the question of how do you pay for it? In the case of Cook County, as a result of the decrease in commercial real estate values, everybody's property taxes are now sky high. In Chicago, rising 16.7%, the largest jump in at least 30 years. West Garfield Park saw an increase of 133%, North Lawndale 99%, Englewood 82.5%.
Yeah, in other words, we cooked. But let's actually get down to this one. Shout out to Dr. Myriam François, français, ah ouais, tabarnak de asti de calage, j'ai pété dans là, ah ouais là. Ma bale couille là, et là, oh là, il. And also shout out to the homie Emad Mostaque. Okay, so she was interviewing him. Roll it.
And will the way that these systems operate be what I would call opaque, meaning the governments themselves will control them and we won't be able to see, for example, were they to subvert those tools to say, oh no, everyone's saying, you know, the AI is saying this is fully constitutional, or will we, the population, be able to see the mechanisms of how those decisions are arrived at by the AI and then be able to, you know, have any kind of input if they are being, you know, who knows, subverted by nefarious parties?
Well, this is the thing. Right now, the governments are embracing Anthropic, OpenAI, these black box solutions. This is fully transparent and open source. And you can run your own version to double check the outputs if you want. So that transparency, I think, is what is essential. And again, these defaults are what is essential. In 5-10 years, you will have an AI companion with you. Who's coded that and who are they working for? In 5-10 years, governments will be guided and run by AIs. Who's coded that? Who are they working for? And so our aim is to make that default and fully transparent and open because we think that's the right thing to do. And it's very difficult to argue against unless you're a fully totalitarian regime.
Of which there are a few, and a growing number.
The UK is not one yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So again, the time is closing for this. Like in the wake of the Arab Spring, we saw micro-targeting of protesters, and they'd follow up with the families and things like that.
Yeah.
What you have now between dynamic drone technology, the ability to have AI secret police and other things, is nothing like we've ever seen before. The ability of governments to have total control will go up exponentially.
Facts,
and as well as controlling the whole media narrative. Because the AI is...
The title of this video is We Have 900 Days Left, so like less than 3 years, it says. Yeah, everybody's anticipating like 2027 or by 2030 it's gonna go nuclear. It's gonna be full scale, and a lot of people gonna lose jobs like left and right. And yeah, right at that point, if everybody lose their job, bro, like people gonna be out on the streets protesting, not even protesting, it's gonna be motherfucking riots, bro, on the likes of which we've never seen before, right? But I guess the solution would be universal basic income, and everybody's gonna be getting the income, right? Yeah, but if it's yeah, how much are people gonna get? But that's gonna create like more problems, right?
Persuasive. In fact, there was a study done on Reddit whereby they created bots that would be like a black person who was anti-BLM and caricatures like that. They unleashed them on Reddit, and then they saw how persuasive they were, and they scored on the 99th percentile of persuasiveness with AI from last year.
Damn.
And again, if you construct it, all this Cambridge Analytica stuff, like it's child's play compared to what's coming, and actually what's already being deployed right now.
So the swaying of elections using AI technologies that make you think you're making independent decisions, but are actually a product of your awful timeline. And if you're on X like I am, then I only see like the most vitriolic. And in fact, Sky did a study on this recently. 70% of the output on there is, far right kind of style content.
The X effect, how Elon Musk is boosting the British right. Yeah, I mean, the timeline algorithm basically shows you what you're into it, and it would. And more often than not, it will just feed you stuff. Even if you're not into it, you're gonna be into it, right? Like, yeah, the algorithms are very manipulative, and basically the algorithm is raising you. Back in the days, it would be like your parents raising you, right? Like the teachers, the school would be raising you. But now, it really is the algorithm raising you. Kind of crazy, right?
So no doubt that's already happening.
Yeah.
Back in the days, the saying was, you are the sum of 5 people. Tell me your friends and I'll tell you your future, you know? Tell me who your friends are. If they're brokies, you're gonna be a brokey. If they are drug addicts, you're gonna become one. Hang around the barbershop long enough, you're gonna get a haircut. Nowadays, it's like, bro, let me see your timeline, man. Let me see your Instagram feed. Let me see your TikTok feed, and I can tell you your future. That's where we're at. And speaking of Instagram, guys, if you're not on it, I'm actually happy for you. The reason I'm on it is because of YouTube and all that, right? But if you're already on it, bro, just slap that follow button, man. Just slap it, okay? First link in description. We post daily content on Instagram and Facebook every day. First link in description. Same as my YouTube channel username. Would love to have you there. All right, let's get back to the content here, boo.
Let me ask you about the job uncertainty, the job losses, all of the disruption that's going to come from that, because you recently warned that the economic uncertainty caused by AI-driven losses will increase social unrest and violence. And of course, you're not alone in predicting this.
Right.
Dario Amodei, CEO of Anthropic, has raised similar concerns about societal disruption. He stressed the need for retraining programs and AI taxes to avoid a crisis. He estimates this could push unemployment to 20% within 1 to 5 years. I'd be interested to see if you think that that's conservative or on point.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist to predict that, right? Like, if people gonna lose their jobs, then how are people gonna make money? And even if they give people the basic income, there are a lot of people that love working, love going to work as well. Maybe not every day, but you know, they like the social aspect of it too, right? Not every job, obviously, and people don't want to work like not like the basic jobs and shit like that, but people do want to work where they are creatively challenged and where they have fun, right? People want to do what they like, absolutely. So maybe it's gonna be fun for couple of days, maybe a couple of months, but then people are gonna be like, yo, okay, I'm bored, like I want to do something. You can't be at home like eating Cheetos and watching Netflix all day and becoming fat and all that, right? Like, we're gonna have more problems like that. And yeah, the Roni Rona, we saw people, especially the extroverts, right? For the introverts, it was probably heaven, but for the extroverts, yeah, man, people were sick and tired of just staying at home and doing nothing, or working. Even working from home was sick and tiring for a lot of people. So this is gonna be taking it to the next level. And if people aren't getting paid, and people don't have the means to make money, and they are fired from their jobs, and they're not getting hired at another job, how are you gonna make money, man? You know what I'm saying? Let's just say basic income isn't a thing. Yeah, like in some countries probably gonna be a thing, but in some countries it's not gonna be a thing. People are gonna be out on the streets. I mean, bro, like, yeah, like how else are you gonna feed yourself, your family? People gonna be out on the streets. Yeah, we're gonna see like crazy amount of riots, bro. Like, it's gonna get ugly if this actually happens the way we think it's gonna happen. Let's hope it doesn't happen, but let's be objective here, man. Big Daddy AI is coming for all of us, bro.
Is this kind of looming disruption why the billionaires are building bunkers?
There we go.
Yes, actually, it's one of the reasons. Generally, it's what they do, but I know a lot of AI CEOs now who've cancelled all public appearances, especially in the wake of Charlie Kirk and things like that. They think that that's going to be the next wave of anti-AI sentiment next year, because next year is the year that AI models go from not being good enough, the dumb member of your team, and again, the people listening to this will be like, yeah, the AI is not good enough. Then overnight, it becomes good enough. And then
so they're like already predicting there's gonna be chaos around, so let me not even do like public service announcements while being in the public. Let me not even just host any conference. Let me not even do a conference call in real life, because you know what happened to Charlie? Yeah, might happen to us too. So yeah, they definitely don't want that. That's crazy. They already predicting that. Holy shit. Because they know like there's gonna be people gonna be out on the streets, bro. And already people don't like AI. AI is helpful in some aspects, obviously, but surely like the human touch cannot be replaced. And the more AI that is being pushed right now, the more people hate it. Because in the beginning, yeah, it was funny. In the beginning, it was fun. It was good. But now we're really getting to the point where, yo, AI is literally everywhere, right? I guess ChatGPT, yeah, you don't have to like it, but let's be objective. When it first came out, and even right now, I mean, it has replaced Google search for a lot of people. And because of it, even Google got their own AI, right? So yeah, everybody's adapting to it because it stole a lot of search traffic from Google. And ChatGPT in a way is a good tool because you can find out information very, very fast. Might not be effective, but it's very efficient, very fast. And if you train it, because yes, you can train ChatGPT, and if you train it and you don't do like simple prompts and you're giving it more detail, yeah, ChatGPT is an amazing tool that way, right? But when it comes to the point where it's gonna steal people's jobs, that's when obviously people gonna have issues, obviously gonna have problems, right? Because the first jobs that are gonna be to go are gonna be the computer jobs, especially like Ubers as well. People, my brother-in that do Ubers, Uber Eats and all that, those jobs are definitely very risky right now in terms of you being laid off and getting replaced essentially, right? Maybe not next year, maybe not in 2 years, but in the next 5 years, 10 years, bro, we all know it's coming. We all know it's
coming. The
coming.
job losses start, and we don't know where they end, because and then the job losses start, and we don't know where they end, because you don't need to hire back if your company is more productive.
Right.
If there's an economic shock, like a recession, and indications point to a recession in the next year or two, much easier to fire, but then you never rehire. Even something like in the US, the Federal Reserve, you know, adjusts interest rates, or the Bank of England here, and they have a mandate of inflation and unemployment. You reduce interest rates, people can spend more as consumers, and companies can hire more because they can borrow cheaper. What's going to happen is you reduce interest rates, companies just hire more AI workers, not human workers. So the link between labor and capital gets broken, and it doesn't reverse. It's not like the AI will get dumber. It's not that the AI will become less capable. The moment it becomes more capable than you as a remote worker, it doesn't go back. And then there's questions of, can you reskill enough jobs or create enough new jobs?
Yeah.
Typically, we had time as we had the different revolutions, the internet, industrial revolution, because it took time to build the infrastructure. But this AI just uses existing infrastructure.
Yeah.
To be better than humans. And that's crazy.
So that's why we're up against the clock, and that's what you're talking about in the book.
And if you've seen the videos that I've done recently about, people going to interview kids at the college campuses and asking kids, and I'm saying kids as in like they are kids. They're not even kids. We're talking about young adults, right? So they're asking college students about, hey, can you name 3 countries outside of United States, and people, the first country they're naming is Africa. I kid you not. If you've seen those videos, if you haven't, I uploaded those videos recently. People are interviewing kids at college. College students are being interviewed, and they're like, yo, tell me what's the quarter of an hour? Everybody's saying 25 minutes. It's 15 minutes. Africa is not a country, it's a continent. But most of the kids at the college are saying that. So you look at the current intelligence of a college student, bro. Yeah, at this point, bring in the asteroid. Okay, I'm joking. Maybe not that brutal though. Bruh. I'm just joking around. Don't want to be that brutal. But yeah, no. Like, listen, man. Like, what are they teaching kids in school, man? That we're becoming this dumb. No wonder, like, Big Daddy AI is gonna come, and yeah, obviously people should not lose their jobs. But like, do you want to hire somebody that cannot even name 3 countries? Do you want to hire somebody like that, or do you want to hire AI that's not gonna complain, who you don't have to feed, who you don't have to pay, that's gonna work 24/7, no complaints? Yeah, exactly. I mean, the answer is quite simple. It'd be what it'd be. It's sad. I definitely don't want to see that, but I mean, bruh, we're becoming really dumb out here.
What about the pushback that we're seeing already from some workers? So we saw the Hollywood writers, they went on a 140-day strike because the studios were using AI to write and rewrite scripts, in fact. Then in 2024, the cleaners in Denmark signed a union deal forcing their company to explain how algorithms assign jobs and rate workers and gave them the right to challenge those decisions. I mean, do you see a global labor movement able to take on these challenges?
I don't think it moves fast enough. And even then, there's an education thing. So the SAG-AFTRA, the writer's strike, I thought it was terrible for AI rights for workers. They should have protected the workers much more.
How so?
There were all sorts of loopholes on likeness and licensing, etc., that you could drive a truck through. Like, you could mix 2 people's likenesses together if you have the right rights and things like that, or a character and a person.
Yeah.
What we've seen in Hollywood now, or even here in the UK, is last year you couldn't use AI.
Yep.
It was like, no, there's verboten. Now everyone's like, we're all using AI. And by next year, you will be able to generate Hollywood-level movies real-time with massive compute. The year after, with less compute. Dang. And so there's entire swathes of the industry whose job is to be between the ideation and the creation of a video file that are going to get displaced very, very quickly. And it's not like anyone needs camera grips and other things anymore. The amount of time that you need to shoot a scene will just go to one scene and then adaptation in post-production with AI.
Yeah. The next 5 years is gonna really change the world. I mean, from the early 2000s to now, the world has completely changed. I mean, I remember 10 years ago, 2015 era. Different time, man. 2015, 2010 was a different time. I like the 2010 era. I thought 2010 era was actually good. We had solid movies, solid games. As well. The entertainment was also good. Life was simple. Inflation wasn't too bad. You know, we recovered from the stock market crash around that time, if you were in that, you know, the 2008 housing market crisis. So 2010s, yeah, things were looking up. 2011, 2012s, you know, those, yeah, man, those were simple days. You know, I was also around like a teenager at that time, I feel like, or young adult, I guess. I'm pushing 30 right now. So yeah, times are tough right now, man. Times looking bleak. And this is that video that I was talking about, where kids couldn't even answer 3 different countries, like the basic questions. Yeah, check out this video on the screen, and I'll see you right there. Trust me, man. You're gonna, yeah, check it out.